I'm going to be doing an endurance challenge in this video. So I'm going to be starting with some horse set fundamental poses to strengthen my basically core, my legs, and essentially my willpower as well. So this first stance here, let's get into that. It's the called the close kneel. Really challenging. I'm starting here with the more challenging poses because I generally start with the simpler ones like a horse, square horse, which you saw me earlier, like kind of in the beginning of the video. This position is really difficult to hold, puts a lot of strain on your, hamstrings and your quadriceps, and really powerful position to hold. Couple things to make sure of is that your spine is as straight as possible, and then also that your butt does not touch your heel on your back leg. See me starting to struggle here, trying to hold it as long as I can, and then eventually I just push up. So just to clarify, these types of exercises are what you would call isometric holds. It's where you're basically holding a difficult position as long as you can. And what I feel this gives you, as opposed to concentric or isometric exercises, which are both also very good types of exercises to do. What isometric holds do, especially these types of difficult isometric holds, are they kind of push your time under tension to a far greater difficulty. And so you don't get a chance to rest. And I like to think of it in terms of investing money. So when it comes to investing, there's this popular saying of time in market is greater than timing the market. And this goes to, the data that shows that people who have been in the market longer tend to do far better than people who try to time the market. So while I'm in this wide kneel stance, the longer I hold it, the longer my time under tension. Those muscle groups are under tension for a longer period of time, and therefore the muscular hypertrophy and therefore the muscular growth are exponentially affected. So you can really see me struggling here as time has moved on. The way you can actually notice this yourself, that it is working exponentially, is as you hold it, you'll notice it as it becomes difficult, the difficulty level increases faster and faster. So your ability to hold the position becomes more and more difficult, and the willpower it takes to hold the position becomes more and more. And you actually start getting like a cardio workout as well, because your heart rate starts to go up as you struggle more. You'll start to sweat. So although on the surface it looks like a pretty boring thing to do, and why most people probably prefer concentric exercises, where you're lifting a weight or doing a squat, which are great exercises. This type of exercise is generally, I feel, overlooked, but it can reap some really powerful benefits. Benefits such as taking less time to get more of a workout, right? We don't always have a lot of time, and holding a position is a lot more challenging and becomes more challenging quicker. You can really push yourself in a short amount of time and gain a lot from it. So these are a couple of the things. There are more, but I don't want to get too deep into that right now. I'm going to get into the next position, which is after the wide kneel, I just did the cross horse. So have my knee kind of tucked into the back of my other knee. A little lower is better, kind of the middle of the shin there. And in Kung Fu, you're kind of testing to make sure that all your weight is on the supporting leg, and your back leg is basically just doing a dragon squat position, almost like the entry of a dragon squat position. And you're holding that. It's very challenging, much more challenging than it looks. And I was quite fatigued here, so I did not hold it very long. My positioning also could use some work, where my body was slightly slanted. You want to keep your body as straight as possible, so I still have a lot of work to do on this position. So really great. This one, I could really feel it in my glute of the supporting leg, and getting a lot of that, the lateral side of that leg, the quadriceps and the hamstrings, all really engaging and struggling. Yeah, amazing, amazing position to hold. So to wrap things up, there are a few more positions that I do want to cover in a future video. I'll look forward to doing that. Really appreciate you listening, and I'll leave you with this quote. You get out of life what you put into it, because you are life.